Welcome to Lovegrove Wellness. Before you begin, please ensure that you are in good physical condition and ready to exercise. If you have any questions in regards to this, please consult with your doctor. The focus for today's session is back and hamstrings. So we'll start in child's pose with the knees hip width apart, big toes together, and stretching the arms out long in front or resting down the sides of the body with the palms facing up. Resting the forehead to the mat and aiming to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Coming into tabletop now, placing the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Spread the fingers wide, moving into cat and cow. Inhale to lift the chest and tailbone, and exhale to scoop the belly up to round the spine. And again, inhale to arch the back for cow, and exhale to round the back for cat. Taking this in your own time, keeping the arms straight and working through mobility in the spine. Making this the last one, we're going to move into some hip circles. So pushing the hips back, drawing a circle with the hips as you come forwards, rounding the spine and then pushing back into those hips. Again, taking this in your own time, taking a few in one direction and then taking it back in the opposite direction. Settling the hips now, sitting the hips back onto the heels, we'll move into some moon salutations. Bring the hands together in front of the chest. Inhale, step your right foot forwards, arms above the head, exhale to lunge. Inhale, lift the eyes up to the hands and exhale, push the hips forwards. Inhale, lift the eyes forwards, exhale, take the arms wide. Inhale, twisting to your right, exhale, push the hips forwards. Inhale, twisting to your left, exhale, sinking forwards. Inhale, back to center and exhale, sink forwards. Inhale, right arm high, left hand to left leg. Exhale, reaching eye line up towards the ceiling. Inhale, both hands back to extended mountain and exhale, come back to kneeling, palms to chest. Repeating on the left side. Inhale, step forwards, exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift the eyes, exhale, back bend. Inhale, open the arms, exhale, sink forwards. Inhale, twist to the left, exhale, sink. Inhale, twist through center to right, exhale, push the hips forwards. Inhale, back to center, exhale, arms wide. Inhale, left arm high, right hand to right leg, exhale, looking to ceiling. Inhale, both arms lift, exhale, extended mountain. Inhale, bring the knees back to the floor and exhale, hands to chest. Repeating again on the right side. Inhale, exhale, step to lunge. Inhale, exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, exhale, arms wide. Inhale, exhale, twist your right. Inhale, exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Inhale, exhale, right arm high. Inhale, exhale, both arms high. And inhale, exhale, back to kneeling, left side. Inhale, exhale, step to lunge. Inhale, exhale, eyes to ceiling. Inhale, exhale, arms wide. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, exhale, twist to right. Inhale, exhale back to center. Inhale, exhale, left arm high. Inhale, exhale, both arms high. And inhale, exhale to kneeling. Moving into rabbit pose now. Rounding the spine, taking the hands to the heels and resting the crown of the head on the floor. Allow the back to round in this position. We're easing pressure off the upper and lower back in this position. Moving into your first downward facing dog, spread the fingers wide and place the palms on the floor, tucking the toes, feet hip width apart. Inhale, exhale, push the hips high for downward facing dog. Middle fingers facing forwards, pushing the chest towards the thighs, roll the armpits in towards each other to open the shoulders and pull the tailbone high. If it's more comfortable, keep the knees slightly bent in this position. We're aiming the eye line towards the navel. Moving to a three-legged dog flow. Inhale the right leg for three-legged dog. Keep the shoulders square. Exhale, bring the weight forwards, knee towards the nose, round the spine, tiger curl. Inhale, push back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger curl, round the spine. And again, inhale to push up. And exhale, knee to nose. And again, inhale, push back. Shoulders square, exhale to round, and one more. Inhale, three-legged dog, and exhale, knee to nose. Coming back to three-legged dog, inhale, exhale here, inhale to roll forwards to plank, and exhale to lower for chaturanga. Inhale, lifting for cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale, push the hips high for downward facing dog. Moving into wild thing now. Inhale the right leg to the ceiling for three-legged dog. Exhale to bend the knee for open three-legged dog, keeping the shoulders square. Inhale, placing the right foot down towards the floor, and exhale to reach the right arm over for wild thing. We're aiming to square our chest towards the ceiling and open up through the hips. Moving out of wild thing when you're ready, bring the right hand back down to the floor, come into a plank and then drop the knees wide and push the hips back towards the heels for child's pose. Coming back to downward facing dog, tuck the toes, inhale, exhale, hips high, staying in your downward facing dog here for 5 breaths. We're aiming on pushing the heels down towards the floor and remembering that if it's more comfortable, keeping the knees slightly bent and pulling the tailbone high towards the ceiling. Moving into your three-legged dog tiger curl flow. Inhale the left leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, push back. Exhale, move forwards, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, wrists in line with shoulders, knee to nose. 2 more. Inhale, pushing back. Exhale, rounding the spine. And last one, inhale to push back. And exhale to round. Inhale to three-legged dog, exhale here. Inhale, roll forward to plank, keep the leg lifted, exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift cobra or up dog, open the chest and hips. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Wild thing, left side. Inhale the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open three-legged dog. Inhale, bringing the left foot down to the mat, and exhale, reaching the left arm over, opening the chest towards the ceiling and pushing the hips high for wild thing. This time bring the left hand back down to the floor and come into downward facing dog. Taking 5 breaths here. Looking to the top of the mat, inhale and exhale to step forwards, feet either slightly apart or big toes together for forward fold. Taking the first 2 fingers round the big toes, inhale lifting the chest flat back and exhale for forward fold. Bending the knees if necessary, allow the elbows to drop out to the side, shoulders relax away from the ears and lifting the tailbone high towards the ceiling. Keeping hold of the toes, inhale lifting the chest flat back and exhale to release the hands for forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, extended mountain pose. Exhale, arms down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Stepping the right foot wide now, take the arms out wide and ensure that their feet are underneath the hands. Take the hands to the hips, inhale to lift the chest and exhale tilting from the hips, forward fold. Keeping the knees slightly bent if this is more comfortable, and if you can, placing the hands to the floor or on a brick if you have one. Allow the shoulders to relax away from the ears, and if you want to, you can start to walk the hands back in line with the feet. We have a progression today for our forward fold, only if you're comfortable. Keeping your hands on the floor, we're aiming to get the crown of the head towards the floor to create a triangle position. Lift the hips high and then see if you can lift the legs up into a headstand position, pointing the toes towards the ceiling, legs straight. If you're not comfortable with this, just staying in your forward fold is fine. When you're ready, you're going to take the legs wide again and slowly lower the legs back down to that wide position into your wide forward fold. Bring the hands to the hips now, inhale, lift the chest first and exhale to rise. Stepping your right foot back to the top of the mat for Tadasana, mountain pose. Coming to gorilla pose, take the feet hip width apart and taking the palms of the hands under the soles of the feet, thumbs to big toes, allow the elbows to drop out again. Inhale, lift the chest flat back and exhale, forward fold. Again, keeping the knees as bent as is comfortable for you and lifting the tailbone high towards the ceiling. Relax the crown of the head down towards the floor. Untucking the hands, staying in your forward fold, moving into a hamstring flow. Inhale, step your right foot back to lunge and exhale, place the knee down. Inhale, lift the chest, push the hips forwards. Exhale, pushing the hips back, flicking the front toes up and lengthening the body along the front leg. Inhale, push forwards, lift the chest, lunge. Exhale, push back, hamstring stretch. And again, inhale to push forwards. Exhale to push back. Inhale to push forwards. Exhale to push back. And last one, inhale to push forwards. And exhale to push back. Inhale, coming forwards into lunge. Exhale, stepping in, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, extended mountain pose. Exhale, arms down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, diving forward, forward fold. Inhale, left foot back to lunge. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, lift the chest, push the hips forwards. Exhale, pushing back, hamstring stretch. Inhale, coming forwards. Exhale, pushing back, lengthen the body. Inhale, push forwards. Exhale, push back. 2 more. Inhale to push forwards. Exhale, push back. And last one. Inhale, pushing forwards. And exhale, pushing back. Inhale, push forwards to lunge. Exhale, step in, forward fold. And from here, take the feet hip width apart. Take the hands to the elbows, dropping the crown of the head towards the floor. Bending the knees slightly and swinging the body from side to side for ragdoll pose. Either staying in ragdoll or moving into firefly pose, taking the hands between the legs, just behind the feet, fingertips facing forwards. Bend the elbows and sitting yourselves onto the triceps, shifting the feet together, seeing if you can lift the feet up off the floor. Keep the weight forwards, and then to progress into full firefly, we're aiming to lengthen the legs out straight. If this is too much for you, you're staying in ragdoll pose. When you're ready, bring the feet back down to the floor and we're going to take ourselves into a seated position. Coming into Dandasana, staff pose, take the legs out long in front of you. Toes facing the ceiling, pulling the fleshy parts of the bottom out of the way and sitting on the bony parts of the bottom. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, lift the chest and sit tall from the base of the spine through to the crown of the head. Keeping the right leg straight, bringing the left foot to the inside of the thigh, allow the knee to drop down to the floor. Inhale, arms rise, and exhale, bringing the arms forwards, taking yourself into head to knee pose. We're aiming to reach for the foot if possible, otherwise taking the hands either side of the leg. Inhale, arms rise, and exhale, bringing the arms down. Switching onto the other side, left leg straight, right foot comes into the inside of the thigh, keeping the hips square towards the front leg. Inhale, arms rise, and exhale, forward fold. Again, either hands either side of the leg, or grabbing hold of the foot if possible. Inhale, arms rise, exhale, arms down. Bringing both legs out straight, moving into fish pose. Taking the hands underneath the bottom, fingertips facing forwards, dropping back onto the elbows and squeezing the triceps together. Inhale to lift the chest, and exhale if you're comfortable, we're aiming to place the crown of the head onto the floor for fish pose. If this isn't comfortable, just dropping back onto the forearms is fine. Releasing the hands now, coming into corpse pose, just take the arms down the sides of the body. We're going to come into fish pose again, and there's an option to progress this time. So taking the hands underneath the bottom, drawing up onto the elbows, either staying in fish pose or bringing the hands together, fingertips facing towards the feet and lifting the feet off the floor, legs together for flying fish pose. Releasing back down to the floor now again, just coming into corpse pose for your resting position. Supine figure 4 pose, taking both feet to the floor, knees hip width apart, taking the right leg up towards the ceiling, inhale and exhale to cross the ankle over the right knee. We're either applying pressure to the inside of the thigh with the right hand, or if you can do, reaching the arms through the legs, taking hold behind the back of the left hamstring and pulling the legs towards you for figure 4 pose. working into the glutes and lower back. Bring both feet back down to the floor, moving onto the left leg now. Inhale the left leg up to the ceiling, exhale crossing the ankle over the knee. Allow the left knee to drop to the side, either applying pressure to the inside of the thigh with the hand or reaching through the legs, grabbing hold of the right hamstring and pulling the legs towards the chest for this deep stretch into the back and glutes. Releasing both legs back down to the floor now, moving into a hamstring stretch sequence. Inhale the right leg to the ceiling and exhale to take hold behind the back of the leg, either to the hamstring, calf or foot. Keeping the right hip down on the floor, relax the shoulders and upper body. Taking the right hand to the right leg now, either taking it to the foot, inside of the foot, to the calf or to the inside of the thigh. Left hand comes to the left hip to anchor the hip down. Inhale and exhale to take the leg out to the side without the left hip lifting. Bringing the leg back to center, take hold across the body now, the left hand to the outside of the right leg, right arm comes down to the floor in line with the shoulder. Taking the right leg across the body, dropping it to the left side and allowing the left knee to drop down to the floor with it. The eyes can be up towards the ceiling or over to the right hand to increase this stretch further. Bring both legs back to center now, feet to the floor. Coming onto the left leg, inhale the left leg to the ceiling, exhale taking hold either to the hamstring, calf or foot. Keeping the left hip down on the floor, shoulders and upper body relaxed. Right hand to right hip, left hand to the inside of the foot, calf or thigh. Inhale and exhale to push the left leg out to the side and keeping the right hip grounded with the right hand. Inhale to bring the leg back to center and exhale to bring the right arm across the body to the outside of the left leg. Exhale, taking the leg over to your right side, left hand in line with the shoulder, out to the side and eyes either up towards the ceiling or over to the left hand. Just letting that right knee drop down towards the floor. Inhale, bring the leg back to center and exhale, placing both feet back down on the floor. Lengthening the legs out long, moving into Shavasana for your relaxation. Take the feet about the width of the mat and allow the feet to drop out. Take the arms down the sides of the body, slightly away from the body. Palms are either facing up or in towards the body. If it's more comfortable, you may wish to place a cushion under your head to keep the spine in line. Either softening the eye gaze or slowly closing the eyes. We're going to take a few moments here for our relaxation. So just observing the sounds around you. Allow your awareness to bounce from sound to sound. Not identifying the sounds, but just being aware. Sounds nearby and maybe sounds in the distance. And becoming aware now of the surface on which you're resting, your body on the floor, becoming aware of the breath, the gentle inhale and exhale, and the way that the breath is moving your body. As you inhale, feeling the chest expand and rise, and as you exhale, allowing the shoulders to drop away from the ears, taking a scan of the body, and with the next out breath, just releasing any tension that you may be feeling in the body. Allowing your arms and legs to feel long, and releasing any tension from your fingers and toes. And if you find that your mind starts to wander, just bringing it back to the gentle inhale and exhale. Becoming aware now of your breath again, observing the gentle inhale and exhale, observing the floor, the surface on which you are resting, your surroundings, becoming aware of the room that you are resting in. Start to welcome back in sounds. And then maybe making small movements with your fingers and toes. Bring some energy back into your body. You may want to stretch your arms and legs long. And then maybe bring your knees in towards your chest, giving them a hug and rocking from side to side. When you are ready, rolling onto your right side away from your heart, take a few moments here, keeping your eyes closed if you need to, and then bringing yourself back into a seated position when you are ready. Slowly opening your eyes, allowing the light back in, and thank you for joining me for today's practice. And the focus for today was back and hamstrings.